It's pretty much needless to say that 2018 is shaping up to be the best year for roller coasters in quite some time. We have plenty of new, innovative attractions coming out, as well as some old favorites we all know and love. At this moment, the United States is set to receive 20 new roller coasters across the country. So in my personal habit of listing things out, here they all are in alphabetical order. First up, we have Electric Eel going to SeaWorld San Diego. This is a park that reportedly has pretty strict height and noise restrictions, so a compact launch coaster like this will certainly fit the park's needs. It will be a higher capacity premier ride skyrocket too, much like Tempesto at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Like Tempesto, it will seat up to 18 people per train and feature the same over-the-shoulder comfort collars. The short but sweet ride experience will feature a 62-mile-per-hour launch, a slow-motion heartline roll, and a non-inverting loop. It is sure to feature the same intensity, laterals, airtime, and hang time one can expect out of a skyrocket too. It may be a small coaster, but don't underestimate its fun factor. Meanwhile, a few hours away at Knott's Berry Farm, hang time is set to open next year as well. This will be a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster with a lot more to offer than the standard boomerang it's replacing. It will feature a 95-degree beyond vertical drop, which will immediately follow its holding brake. After the insane first drop, passengers will go through a twisting, compact layout that will feature 5 heart-stopping inversions. It'll be the first new roller coaster to open at Knott's since Coast Rider in 2013, and the first high-level thrill coaster since Silver Bullet in 2004. It'll be the biggest attraction for Knott's in quite some time, and it's sure to make a major wave when it opens next year. Heading upstate to Vallejo, California, we have Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster opening at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This will be the first ever Skywarp model by Skyline, and although there's been a lot of debate as to whether or not this is a roller coaster, RCDB lists it as one, which is good enough for me. The coaster's layout is basically an Immelman and a dive loop connected together, and with the help of a tire launch, passengers will zoom through these inversions multiple times on each circuit. The coaster's 2 connected trains will constantly interact with each other, leading to several flyby moments. It may be short, but it certainly does look like a unique thrill ride experience. Across the country in Massachusetts, the long-awaited Kerr Splash is finally expected to open next year at Edaville Family Theme Park. This coaster formerly operated at the Washington State Fair and traveled over 3,000 miles in driving distance just to come to this family theme park. This rare E&F Miller water coaster will feature 2 chain lifts and 2 splashdowns in one track, so in many ways you could call it a Mobius Loop water coaster, and it's sure to help guests cool off in the Cape Cod sun. And while you're there to get the credits, be sure to check out this park's historic heritage railroad. It really is worth it. Heading over to Pennsylvania, we have Merlins Mayhem at Dutch Wonderland. Now, as you may remember, this coaster was originally set to open this year. However, due to delays in constructing the ride's station and theming, it wasn't finished in time for its proposed 2017 opening. Fortunately, this S&S family invert looks to be a great addition for this small family theme park. The coaster's story involves the great wizard Merlin searching for his pet dragon, and it's sure to appeal to families looking for an exciting ride for all ages. But this won't be the only family coaster opening in the state next year. Also opening in Pennsylvania is Oscar's Wacky Taxi at Sesame Place. This is the only new wooden coaster coming to the States next year, and while it may not break any records, it's sure to be a charming and flat-out fun family coaster. This will be the first roller coaster to come to Sesame Place since Vapor Trail in 1998, and much like Wooden Warrior did for Quasi, this Gravity Group Woody is sure to put the park on the map for enthusiasts. Young coaster enthusiasts in the making will get a kick out of this ride's airtime, and on top of that, the general appeal of this coaster will make it something that they can ride with their parents too. So feel free to take your kids to Sesame Place next year for one grouchy ride. Back in Northern California, we have RailBlazer at California's Great America. This will be one of 2 prototype RMC Raptors opening next year, and it has quite a bit of hype behind it. For those of you who don't know, the Raptor is a brand new type of roller coaster from Rocky Mountain Construction. The track consists of a seemingly continuous steel beam capable of all of the twists, turns, and inversions the manufacturers are known for. It will also boast an incredible appearance with its intricate landscaping themed to California's State Route 1, a famous scenic highway. Over the next few years, Cedar Fair reportedly has big plans for this park, and this is an excellent way to kick things off, and enthusiasts will certainly be eager to find out what the Raptor rides like. Meanwhile, one of the smaller but still notable attractions coming next year is Sea Viper at Maine's Palace Playland. This model will be a Preston and Barbary Anaconda 2.0. This compact thrill ride may end up taking a few people by surprise. It may not be as large of a ride as some of the other coasters opening next year, but don't forget, big things can certainly come in small packages. Its compact, twisting layout could certainly make it the best coaster in the state of Maine, and it's sure to be a massive draw for Palace Playland. Next up, we're going all the way down to Florida to the happiest place on Earth. That's right, a brand new roller coaster coming to Disney World, specifically at a new Toy Story themed land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Almost 2 decades after Rock and Roller Coaster will come Slinky Dog Dash, a mock family launch coaster themed to the lovable character Slinky Dog. Although the track work was completed a while ago, they still need quite a bit of time to install the vast amount of theming this coaster will have to offer. Passengers will shrink down to the size of a toy and navigate through a fully themed course of jacks, Jenga pieces, building blocks, and more. Disney World is well known for having some of the most wonderfully themed attractions on Earth, and this ride will certainly be no exception. Another hotly anticipated roller coaster is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. Countless coaster enthusiasts will tell you that this is by far the most anticipated coaster of 2018. This coaster has been hyped up ever since Rocky Mountain Construction first came on the scene, reinventing old wooden coasters with their iBox track. For quite some time, the idea of Mean Streak being redone has been tossed around the enthusiast community like a hot potato, and after so many years of speculation, we finally have Steel Vengeance coming out. It will be the tallest, fastest, and most inverting hybrid coaster in the world, and there's no doubt that it will draw massive crowds to Cedar Point when it opens next year, as if Cedar Point didn't draw enough crowds already. Whether or not it will live up to the overwhelming hype is still unknown, but considering RMC's unstoppable winning streak, it's very likely indeed. Next up on our alphabetically ordered list is Tantrum at New York's Darien Lake. This will be the first coaster to come to the park in a decade, and while it isn't the longest attraction out there, it still has quite a bit of potential. This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter that's essentially a clone of Iron Shark at the Galveston Island Pier in Texas. These coasters are known for their beyond vertical drops and short but sweet ride experiences. This coaster in particular will have a 97-degree vertical drop and a top height of 100 feet. After years of switching owners, Darien Lake is bound to receive a huge boost in attendance from this coaster, and at the low price of $3 million, they're bound to reap in a big return on investment. Heading down to Missouri, we have Time Traveler opening at Silver Dollar City in Branson. At $26 million, this coaster will be the biggest single investment in the park's history and will forever change the way you look at spinning coasters. This prototype mock extreme spinning coaster will feature 2 LSM launches, 3 inversions, and a 90-degree vertical drop straight out of the station. It is unlike any spinning coaster ever built and is a flat-out technical masterpiece. Moreover, this coaster will have an elaborate steampunk time travel theme, as seen with its impressive-looking train and enormous station. Quite honestly, it wouldn't be surprising at all if this ran on a flux capacitor. It looks that awesome. Further down south, we have Twisted Cyclone opening at Six Flags Over Georgia. This will be the newest RMC hybrid coaster to come to the Six Flags chain. Ever since New Texas Giant opened in 2011, Six Flags has been adding more of these coasters on an almost annual basis, and this one is sure to give all the airtime and excitement that these coasters are known for. Its layout may be on the shorter side, but rides like these are exactly where the term short but sweet can come in handy. Plus, like I've said before, RMC has been on a real winning streak lately, and this coaster is sure to add an excellent ride to their lineup. And speaking of Twisted, we have Twisted Timbers opening up at King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. Ever since it closed in 2015, speculation of what would happen to the old Hurler roller coaster ran rampant. This coaster, which had received the unwanted reputation of being a rough ride, was a prime target to receive the RMC iBox treatment. Scheduled to open in 2018, this coaster will feature an insane barrel roll drop and a compact layout chock full of ejector airtime. It may not have the eye-popping stats of Steel Vengeance, but Twisted Timbers' layout has more than enough excitement to stand on its own. It may very well be the sleeper hit of next year. Additionally, yet another twisty roller coaster is Twisted Shau at Fredericksburg, Virginia's Central Park Funland. After the removal of Jetstar, no relation to the classic Schwarzkopf coaster, this indoor amusement center will receive a brand new SBF spinner. This compact family coaster coaster model has become especially popular over the years, going to several smaller family parks. Furthermore, the same model will be installed at America's Incredible Pizza Company in San Antonio, Texas, and Springfield's Incredible Pizza Company in Springfield, Missouri. So you can expect even more of these coasters to open in the very near future. Another small park getting a new coaster next year is the Rides at Long Beach in Long Beach, Washington. This new coaster will be none other than a classic Wacky worm, perhaps one of the most common coaster models on Earth. Nevertheless, Long Beach officials say they are very excited to add this and that it will be a big draw for the park. But since it's a Wacky worm, there's really not much to say about it, so moving on. Down south in San Antonio, Texas, we have Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, the first ever RMC Raptor. This ride will be a mirror image of RailBlazer at California's Great America, but with a couple of differences. First of all, this ride will be themed to Wonder Woman, boasting a red and yellow color scheme and the Wonder Woman logo on the front of the trains. Second, it will have a moving station to help with capacity, much like Cobra's Curse at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Most likely, deciding which ride is better is going to be up to personal preference of the theming. Though Wonder Woman does open before RailBlazer, so this ride is going to attract a lot of curiosity on its opening day. So will the Raptor live up to the hype? We'll just have to wait and see. And finally, we have an unnamed Gerstlauer Eurofighter coming to Oaks Amusement Park in Portland, Oregon. Much like Darien Lake's Tantrum will have the same layout as Iron Shark, this coaster is said to have the same layout as Hydrus at Casino Pier. Considering that Hydrus is known for being a smooth and exciting ride, Oaks is sure to have a winner on their hands. Perhaps the most notable thing about this coaster is the naming contest surrounding it. That's right, the ride's name and theme will be decided by the winner of a contest that Oaks announced earlier this year. I personally submitted Sauté, although I've heard that Coasty McCoasterface is a popular option. Though no matter what this ride ends up being themed to, Oregon coaster enthusiasts are sure to be in for a treat. Before I wrap things up, I'd like to announce the winner of last week's weekly poll. With over 200 votes, the winner is Accelerator. Second place went to Ghost Rider, and third went to Silver Bullet, so thank you to everyone who voted. And for this week's weekly poll, I'd like to ask, what is your favorite B&M invert? There's quite a few of them to choose from, so feel free to head on down to themeparkcrazy.com and cast your vote. Thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or you can check out my website at themeparkcrazy.com. This is Theme Park Crazy, and I'll see you all next time.